I'm Katrina. You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So if you guys have been following my channel, you've heard me talk about this situation with Canelo trying to pursue this Caleb Plant fight so that he can become the undisputed champion at 168. Canelo desperately wants that title. I told you guys, because Canelo wants it so bad, they're going to dangle that title in front of Canelo Alvarez and use it as leverage to get a Canelo versus Jermall Charlo fight, a Canelo versus David Benavidez fight, a Canelo versus one of the top PBC fighters. It makes all the sense in the world because, once again, they know how bad Canelo wants to get in the ring with Caleb Plant. Canelo feels that it's a guaranteed win. It's the easiest road to undisputed. But it turns out getting the fight is actually going to be harder than the actual fight will probably be. And Eddie Hearn, he just confirmed this. Eddie Hearn just revealed the major roadblock to making this fight happen is the fact that Al Haymon, he wants Canelo Alvarez to sign a multi-fight deal in order for him to get the Caleb Plant fight. Now, Eddie Hearn, he claims that it's a 5 to 6 fight deal that Al Haymon is demanding. But the truth is, it could really just be a 2 or 3 fight deal. We really don't know. Only thing we do know is there's no doubt about it. That deal would have once again included either a David Benavidez, a Jermall Charlo, or both. By the way, according to sources, this is not the first time that Al Haymon and PBC offered Canelo Alvarez a multi-fight deal. Right at the time that Canelo left the zone and they settled out of court when it came to that lawsuit, Al Haymon, he offered Canelo Alvarez somewhat of a 2 or 3 fight deal where he was going to allow Canelo Alvarez to still fight Avni Yildirim, the fight that he desperately wanted. But that deal was going to include Jermall Charlo, and Canelo turned it down. Now we're hearing Al Haymon is presenting another offer. And once again, we know who's going to be included. And of course, Canelo Alvarez, he doesn't want to do it. You know, this is crazy because if you think about it, when it comes to PBC, David Benavidez is the best super middleweight in the world. So you would think if Canelo Alvarez truly thought he was the best, and Al Haymon is offering him a deal that includes Caleb Plant, Jermall Charlo, and David Benavidez. Let's just say hypothetically, that's what the deal includes. Why would Canelo not want to take that deal? That should be right up Canelo's alley if he really wants to prove that he's the best, right? It's not like Al Haymon is forcing him to fight tomato cans. It's not like Al Haymon is forcing him to fight a Rocky Fielding or Yildirim, fights that fans never wanted to watch. These are all meaningful big fights. So why would he turn them down? Now imagine if Sean Porter didn't basically withdraw his mandatory position when he was in position to fight Terrence Crawford. Imagine if he didn't do that and he was still considered the mandatory. And Al Haymon came along, reached out to Terrence Crawford, and he says to Bud, well, if you want this Sean Porter fight, the only way you're going to get it is if you sign a multi-fight deal with us, which would include you being obligated to fight Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. How many of you guys think Terrence Crawford would turn that offer down? That would be right up his alley, right? Because that's what Crawford wanted to do all along. So when we see the way Canelo Alvarez responded to Al Haymon's offer, it clearly tells us he wasn't interested in fighting a Jermall Charlo or a David Benavidez at this time. Canelo, he wants to look for more European fighters to face. We'll see which European fighter he gets in the ring next. So when it comes to this Caleb Plant fight, first the problem was the $10 million that Caleb was demanding. And then we got a bigger problem where Al Haymon, they dropped that hammer and said, you're not going to take our Caleb Plant without you getting in the ring with a David Benavidez or a Jamal Charlo. And Canelo said, well, if that's the case, you can keep your belt. According to Eddie Hearn, Caleb still has a week to decide if he's going to take the offer. But I know Canelo Alvarez, he's really pushing for this fight. He's really, really pushing for this fight. But it just may be to no avail. So I definitely think that Canelo, he's going to have to move on and look for another European fighter to face. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
Hello, my name is Dominic. I just got my procedure done here at South Carolinas. I was recommended by Dante's Boxing Nation, and it's real. Here's the results. The brother out here, Brother Enoch, is real, and it's a very, very, very good recommendation. I recommend it. 4 hours, you in, you out, and it's the rest of your life.
So if anyone in the world wants this hookup, make sure you contact my man Enoch at 704-499-3471 and make sure to follow him on Instagram.
An important message from Youth Fountain Laboratory, makers of VasoFlux and VasoFlux for Men. If you're over the age of 35 and over the years you've eaten pizza, dairy foods, deli meats, or meats with fat, you are likely to have some degree of plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. This increases your risk of suffering a stroke or heart attack exponentially, and no one wants such a catastrophic event to occur. Introducing Blackout. Blackout is made of all natural ingredients proven to help dissolve clots in the blood, remove calcium deposits and plaque from the walls of veins and arteries, improve viscosity of the blood, improve elasticity of the veins and arteries, treat varicose veins, and prevent the reoccurrence of plaque buildup. For more information, visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856. And remember, to help unclog veins and arteries, get the Blackout.